Christmas in Cleveland, a time of year that finds our city steeped in holiday tradition. Salvation Army bands, window displays, the Nutcracker Ballet, and of course the beautiful holiday lighting of Public Square. 2 years ago, a delightful Christmas movie was made here in Cleveland, the MGM United Artists production, A Christmas Story. In this movie, a wonderful story unfolds about a little boy's wish to have a Red Ryder BB gun that he saw in Higby's window for Christmas. The time period is the early 40s, and the annual Christmas parade on Public Square was featured. This year, we here at TV8 wish to renew that holiday tradition that has been absent from our city for over 12 years. Welcome to the 1985 TV8 American Legion Christmas Parade.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jacqui Bishop.
And I'm Tony Harris. Welcome to the first annual, the inaugural TV8 American Legion Christmas Parade.
Now, last night I was down on Public Square for the lighting, and what a beautiful sight it is. What a day to begin the holiday season with the festivities of a parade.
I'm a little concerned as I sit here this morning. You know, I wonder if the city is ready for a parade of this magnitude on the heels of Roddy Piper and...
Only you would say that.
And the Hulkster out of the Coliseum. I wonder if they're ready.
I say that the city is always ready for a parade. We have 104 units coming down Euclid Avenue this morning into this afternoon from 11 until 1, shared with Paula Klein on the square, and Big Chuck and Little John right down the street from us. How are you guys doing?
Good. Hi, we're here at Curbside on East 13th in Euclid, and we hope to give you sort of a man-on-the-streets view of today's big parade.
And what a parade it's going to be. We saw it forming on East 17th Street, and let me tell you, you won't be disappointed.
And right now, let us introduce you to Paula Klein, who's on Public Square. Paula?
Hello, everybody. Last night, the square was all lit up with the Christmas lights, and today, it's illuminated with anticipation and excitement for the big Christmas parade. And I don't know about you, but I'm like a kid when it comes to parades. You know, I saw a cotton candy man down there. I got to run out and get some cotton candy. But Tony and Jacqui, what do you think, guys?
You are just...
On with the parade.
You are just a kid at heart anyway. That's the story about you.
It is great. All right. Now, for the next 2 hours, we'll be bringing you the TV8 American Legion Christmas Parade.
Now, we've got fine weather today. I talked to Dick Goddard on the way down, and he said the weather should hold up without the wind that you know can get really bad down here. This should be a very bearable day. Fine weather for a parade. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with the start of the parade.
Welcome back, everyone, to the TV8 American Legion Christmas Parade down Euclid Avenue.
All right, now this is a big day for shopping.
Yeah.
The Christmas season is in full swing right now. Let me ask you, though, before we get too far, how the heck was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was great. Good eating, good family. You know, you couldn't ask for more.
So you spent some time with the family, right?
All right.
So you spent time with the family, had a good
with the
meal?
brothers, you know, a little football, watched the parades, and yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, you know, you know, we built this city here on rock and roll, and as I sit up here, I'm feeling like I'm sitting on more roll than rock after the Thanksgiving meal, you know? Quite plentiful. I had a real good time.
I know the feeling.
Certainly hope you had a real good Thanksgiving, and get out and do yourself some Christmas shopping. The season is in full swing, and the Christmas parade is in full swing.
All right, let's take a look at number 1. Here we have the Rough Riders Color Guard from the Theodore Roosevelt Post 469 of the American Legion. Tony, this color guard has an outstanding record of coming in first in at least 90% of the parades they have entered. Kind of like the way you play softball, you know?
Boy,
they won first place in the last 16 convention parades in competition with 30 to 40 other color guards. A pretty outstanding record.
That is a good record. My goodness, and they look great. Here they come. Now, what do you suppose the car is? What do you suppose that is?
Don't ask me about cars.
Now, wait a minute. Now, we're kind of young on this, but what do you think the car is? A 50?
Where's Neil? Neil Zerker. He has all the answers on those things.
He really would know. Oh yeah, they are a fine unit.
I think what's most important is tell them who's in the car, if they don't already know.
Wait a minute. That is Mr. Dick Goddard. Talked to Goddard on the way down. He has supplied us with some fine weather, I might add. Fine weather. And he says that without that prevailing wind that can whip off the lake, things are going to be really fine. And it's a good thing that this is a Monday or Tuesday. He says things are going to really cave in on us on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, that is a 65 Ford.
A 65 Ford?
How do you like that?
There he is.
That came right from my script, not from my head.
And along with him is James Piesick, commander of the 13th District of the American Legion, and the official Woolly Bear car. You got it? I need a handful.
Oh, all right. Well, it was a pretty good toss, you know.
All right. Woolly Bear Mania here in Cleveland. Well, let me take that from you there. All right, we're going to send you right down
to the man himself, Dick. It's a little different than the Woolly Bear Parade, isn't it? A little cooler?
It's a little cooler, yeah, but not bad. I'll tell you, Charlie, a little bit of drizzle, but for the date, why, this is about as good as you can hope for.
Okay, how about a personal forecast for the next 2 hours?
For the next 2 hours, it is going to be sunny and mild inside. Outside, not quite.
Okay, thank you, Dick. Thank you very much. I will.
Now, what is all the noise?
Right. I don't know, but it's a festive parade. The noise goes with it. This is a 13th District American Legion float depicting all the programs sponsored by the Legion, including child welfare, Americanism, VA rehabilitation programs, and the Boy Scouts.
Oh, which, of course, I was one.
Were you a Boy Scout?
A Weeblo Scout for many years. Couldn't tie the nuts, you know. You got hung up with that. And
right.
So was the end of my career.
You still can't tie the nuts, Tom.
This is true. Really reluctant with that thing, you might add.
Take a look at Frosty the Snowman in front of the float.
Hey, how are you? All right, we're going to send it right down to Paula Klein standing by with more on the parade from Public Square. Paula?
Hi, Tony and Jackie. I've got all the kids gathered around here. How can you breathe in there? Oh, there's your mouth. And we have a special message for you. Ready, kids? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Back to you, Tony and Jackie.
Thank you. All right, here is the Cleveland Firefighters Color Guard, post number 339, and Pumper, E1, the little pumper. Captain George Haynick is driving this miniature version of a fire truck.
And only Tony Harris could boom above that noise.
My goodness. We've got a producer that does that pretty well, don't we?
Amen.
There you go. And there's some candies for the young kids who have lined the parade route. All right, right now we're going to go to Lincoln West.
Lincoln West High School almost brought their whole school here. They have the High Steppers led by Catherine Zach, the cheerleaders led by Mary Lou Prescott, the drill team with Linda Hill as their captain, and their band with Jonathan Stipe. This is their first parade as a group, and as I said before, they came in large numbers.
Did you ever have any aspirations of becoming a band member, either?
I played the flutophone in the 3rd grade.
What?
The flutophone. No, you know.
A flutophone?
Yeah, I played the flutophone in the 3rd grade. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was be the drum major. And the drum major was the real cool guy who would stand here with this big stick and the whistle and the big hat with all the feathers and everything else on it. And he would lead the band, you see. And that's what I wanted to do.
Well, that explains your behavior in the office then, Tony. I mean, this fantasy of being a drum major is really clear to me now.
Well, you know, yeah, it's about calling for order. It's about making a lot of noise so people get your attention. Things that I guess I do pretty well, huh?
Yeah, making a lot of noise is good. As a matter of fact, if they didn't have any sirens on the engine, we probably could just be a hood ornament and do real well.
We're going to listen to the music of Lincoln West. What a fine band. parades and things, you said, my goodness, wouldn't it be nice if we had one here? And I guess there was one here years ago.
Years ago,
Now,
yes.
you would remember that, not me.
I would remember it back with the Sterling Linder Christmas tree. That was another big Christmas tradition that, of course, is gone since Sterling Linder is gone.
All right, here they are.
It is great to have a parade in town.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, because you watch these other parades and you say, my goodness, we can do the same thing here. And here you have it, the first annual TV8 American Legion Christmas Parade and the Lincoln West High School Marching Band.
And, you know, I got to say, going back to the weather, what about the Macy's parade? Pouring rain, poor Kermit deflated.
I've got some stories on that one for you.
But this is great down here in downtown Cleveland for the TV8 First Annual American Legion Christmas Parade. Chuck and John, give us your viewpoint down there.
Okay. Now coming by here, this is the City of Brooklyn's float, which is a cooperative effort between the City of Brooklyn, American Greetings, and WMJI-FM. Now the theme of the float is the magic of caring. Riding aboard the float are WMJI radio personalities Kim Scott and Dan Dealey, and of course, those lovable Care Bears. Now the float's theme serves to remind us that Christmas is truly a magical season which brings out the best in all of us and encourages us to reflect on all the good things we enjoy with family and friends, and reminds us to care about those less fortunate than ourselves.
Okay, we also have with us riding in the convertible, Mayor and Mrs. John Coyne of Brooklyn. Now, they are celebrating their 45th wedding anniversary today. Okay, also next to them are elves passing out WMJI balloons.
Yeah, come to think of it, John, you'd make a good elf. Second thought, no.
No, I couldn't be an elf anyway. I don't belong to their union.
There's Mayor Coyne and his wife. What union is that?
The UF of Elves.
UF of Elves. Okay, we'll be back with more live coverage of the 1985 Cleveland.
Welcome back, everyone, to the first annual TV8 American Legion Christmas Parade. Jackie, who are we looking at now?
Well, you're looking at the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Mounted Unit and Color Guard. It consists of 4 horses and riders, 2 cars, and the color guard of 6 footmen.
What do the footmen do? Help me, help me.
They're
What do the
ex-shoe
footmen do?
salesmen.
No. Give her a straight line.
Well, footmen obviously don't ride, right?
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
There you see the 4 horses and riders, followed by the footmen. There you go, Tom.
Yeah. Now that is a job I could handle. As long as it's not too strenuous. That is a job, of course, that I could handle.
Can you imagine walking down the street taking steps in unison all the way down Euclid Avenue?
No, I have problems giving you your lines.
Yeah.
And then avoiding them as you
That's why I asked you.
on the heels of
Yeah.
them. And then the sheriff units.
Lots of people in the back of those cars, but it's friendly. This is a parade.
Yeah. Nice to see those guys riding by me and continue and waving, huh?
Yeah.
Waving. All right, the next unit we're looking at, this is the Ascension Starlets Drill Team under the direction of Kathy Jones. They are 48 marchers who will be performing to the music of Magnum.
All right.
Magnum P.I.
You want to hum a few bars?
That's
That's okay.
You didn't think I could do it. And then, see, you did that to me, not thinking I could deliver, but I did.
But you did, and you always do.
The Starlets are 5th to 8th grade girls from Ascension Church and school on West 140th. They are an A-team that performs in at least 5 parades a year all over. Their coaches are volunteers who have a lot of fun working together with the young ladies. I want to hear this because I get a kick out of Magnum. Can we hear them? Here they are. Here they are. The Ascension Starlets. Hi, pretty. Hi.
Hey, wouldn't Magnum like to see this?
We'd have to get him away from his paradise. All right, here they are.
Corvair convertible has, you guessed it, our own TV8 news anchors Tim Taylor and Denise DeCenzo. And they are accompanied by MDA child Dawn Cannon.
Hey,
I've got two right so far, a Corvair and a Ford. You're looking at the Corvair.
Now, see, I worry about those cars. Those things used to be traps. Weren't they like hazards? You know? I mean, those things were like on a list of cars you don't want to be in.
Yeah, but that was with you as driver.
That's some high-priced talent in that. Hey, guys, how you doing? Yeah, Dawn. Oh, look at Dawn.
Boy, she is so cute. She was in the
is.
MDA telethon with us over Labor Day weekend, and...
oh, Dawn, I thought you were talking Denise. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Denise is cute, too. I was speaking of Dawn.
My fault. She's just that train of thought. You know, it gets derailed, and you just can't get it back on track. You know?
Yeah, I understand.
The Goodwill Industries. The Goodwill Industries of Greater Cleveland is sponsoring a float that's here. The entire Goodwill staff has worked to build this float. Let's take a look at it here before we go on.
Beautiful.
All right. Did we give them credit for that? Nice job. Job well done, huh? Okay. Goodwill Industries has been a part of the Greater Cleveland community for the past 65 years, helping to turn your donations into jobs for the disabled men and women of the area. Goodwill Industries working with you to make every Cleveland Christmas brighter for all.
And they certainly brightened up the parade today. Take a look at that float. It is great.
Oh, what are these guys are clowns.
Hey, look at a sign to the North Pole. I'm going that way.
Have you made your list, or have you checked it twice?
Yeah, 3 times already.
3 times?
I'm ahead of the pack. Yeah, I started in February, just to be sure.
That long list, huh?
Yeah.
Nice job, guys.
All right, Jack in the Box. Here you go. The Sweet Essence Drill Team, take a look at that, Tony, was formed during the summer of 1980 by Mrs. Cindy Luckett. Now, in order to become, he likes this, to become a member of the team, each must pass the tryouts, a written test, and also must have at least a C in their school grades, which is checked out by Mrs. Luckett. Now, also, the girls must display proper conduct, good attitude, and good appearance at all time in school as well as in the community.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you agree with the good appearance. Yeah. The Sweet Essence Drill Team is the current state champion, Eastern Division encampment, and the 1984 national winners of Elks Grand Lodge.
Come on and step. Come on and step. Work it. Work it. I'm getting excited here, right? See, I have to explain that. What happens, you know that little look you just threw? I got to explain it, you know? That's what you do when you know you have done something that is, like, real strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that is real strong. You throw that little look out. Look at this. Look at this. Yes.
All right.
Yes. When you have hurt the crowd, with your devastating moves, you see, you throw that little look, and it says it all.
That's key.
Now, see there?
All right, we'll continue with the TV8 American Legion first.
Designer Frank Lagaisi began planning this year's display before last year's lights were turned off. Nela Park 1985 salutes Cleveland's great Christmas traditions. Of course, Nela Park is part of that scenario. Last year, 250,000 people came to view the holiday lights. This year's festivities begin on December 6th. It was the tallest indoor Christmas tree in the country. One year it stretched 63 magnificent feet, trimmed with 1,500 yards of silver tinsel, 75 pounds of icicles, and 2,500 sparkling ornaments. The Sterling Linder Christmas tree was a fantasy for young and old. Today it's become a legend. Sterling Linder Department Store began the custom of giant indoor Christmas trees in 1927. Each year, a live tree was transplanted to the store's court, complete with roots and earth. Store employees decorated the tree from scaffolding. They kept the tree alive by giving it 50 gallons of water a day. It was known to grow as much as 2 inches during the holiday season. The last evergreen appeared in 1967, prior to the store's demolition. What remains of those years of trees are stunning glass ornaments. Haig and Mary Abedesian collect these extraordinary decorations. Haig used to work at the old Sterling Linders. Today he decorates the tree in his store window with the giant ornaments.
It's really amazing. Since we've revived the tradition here, thousands of people still come in and they tell their children about it. It's the most fascinating thing. There isn't a youngster in Cleveland that didn't go see that tree that can't remember it.
Remember Mr. Jingling? Unlike the Sterling Linders Christmas tree, this lovable elf has continued his merrymaking for 30 years. First on Halley's 7th floor, and now at Higby's downtown, where he's a regular Christmas attraction. The parents who bring their children now remember the holiday elf from his early days on television.
Each one of them wanted to be like the other one. Oh, how wonderful it would be to have a drum to mix and pour concrete, sighed the dump truck. And I'd rather be like you, sighed the bulldozer. How nice.
Today, kids are still enchanted with the elf. The times change, and so do the toys. But for Mr. Jingling, the rewards of being Santa's helper remain the same.
It's looking into all these little people's faces when I come down here and work for Santa, and seeing the honest love in their faces, and the happiness that Christmas and the spirit of Christmas brings. That's, you can't buy that.